burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Double tight, double tight. Three down. Three down.
Wait, set. Wait, 20.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Check.
Here we go.
Brady now on first down. And he fends him off. And now running right through him. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Jadeveon Clowney charging hard for that outside linebacker spot. He gets in to drop him for a loss of 12.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
Wait, 20.
Now Brady throwing on second down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Field left.
53's a Mike.
I'm going to run you
55.
over. I'm going to run you
20.
over.
Wait, orange.
Now they try the right side here. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Ryan Matthews, 42 yards. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Touchdown.
Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field.
Strong right.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go.
Out of the gun, Savage.
I got 83. Me.
The catch made by Miller. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Yeah, let's go. Talk now, Lord.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
Set. Boom, landed.
On 1st and 10, Savage. On the right side, this is Miller. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a
different
long night.
Savage now to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Let's go. Green.
Throwing on third down, it's Savage. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. That one goes for 24 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Now let's go.
Odd. 5 down.
They go back to the ground now with Miller. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
We got 3.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
On 2nd down, here's Savage. That's complete, right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone, sometimes you're throwing it between.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Rob Gronkowski, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans are in for 6. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find, because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
Novak out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. New York set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
That's where you belong. Here we go.
Alert.
Tight right.
52. Blue 20.
On 2nd down, Ryan Matthews.
Check 26.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking in the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
25. Hey, check. 3 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here.
Nickel.
Big yardage that time for the Jets. 55 yards.
I got it.
And the elder statesman with a big run. He's hit that dreaded 3-0. He still can churn it.
I love the way you treat him with respect.
Respect.
Elder statesman. You didn't just call him an old guy or anything like that. I love the way he can still play. Talk about running it with savvy now.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, got tight left. Tight ends left.
Check it. Let's go. Sugar.
White 20.
White 20.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be fourth down and a few inches. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Hey, Alabama.
They come out here in the eye.
53.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Alert 3.
Let's go. White 20.
Check 43.
Hey, watch both.
He's checking.
53 is the mic. Yeah.
Check your hot read.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down.
Shift. Watch the shift.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that's going to tie us at 13. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Focus, defense, focus.
All right, here we go.
From the gun, here's Savage. He'll get it outside to Gronkowski. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
The Texans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
4 down, 4 down. Check.
2 minutes to
4
play
down.
in a tightly contested first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. The Texans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
3 down, 3 down.
Here we go now.
Savage from the shotgun snap. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's taken to the 26. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Jets take possession. New York set to take. the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3 points?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bashed
that.
it.
Super toe.
20. Woo! Got three.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get them out in the flat, and let them have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Check the backer, check the backer.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Three down. Blue 20. Check. 55 to Mike. Check. 55 to Mike. 55. Blue Dan. 35. Check 52. Wait, 20.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. Room here to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Tom Brady flashing the mobility, scrambling there for a first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Strong left. 53. Strong left. Wait, 20. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D.
On 1st down, Brady. And that is caught by Ardarius Stewart. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
Wait, 20. Wait, 20. Mike's 56. 52. Mike's 56. Here we go.
Shotgun now for Brady. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
Double tight.
They begin with a run by Miller. And he'll get this up to about the 40. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down, and this one might be going the other way. So that will push him back.
And now we know why he had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
Check, tight right, tight right.
Wait, 20!
Brady now on first down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Whitney merciless. Coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Hot! Another loss. Another day. Left. 20! Alert! 20! You all day. Wait, 20!
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13.
Watch the twist.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
Yeah,
Wait, 20! 53! Orange! 72! Wait!
Now a play fake. Brady
Check.
letting one go deep for a Nunwa. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Texans take possession. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Single. Check.
19!
Operating from the gun. Savage goes right side, complete to Gronk. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Man left. Hey. We got 3.
Hurry up.
Savage on first. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
And his kick is good. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive. And they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early. to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
I got you. I got you.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Savage. And his throw here's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Set.
Now it's Savage. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Single. I got a single on the slot. Single on the slot.
There's Savage on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller. And that'll bring up second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On second down, here's Miller. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, it's hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now Savage. He finds his target, Fuller. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. And in this weather, I know you weren't a quarterback. You were on the defensive side of things, but how hard is it to throw that football?
It can't be easy because you never know how the moisture is going to affect things, and each quarterback handles it differently. Some of them are a little bit better than others. Depends on whether they wear a glove, not wear a glove, how cold is it. You know, all those things go into it. But it goes to everything else. Keeping your footing when you're running routes. Supposedly you have the advantage as a receiver because you know where you're going, but that's not easy as well. Finally,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised. But that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Throw left side is taken in by Stewart. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
That's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now they try the right side here. Gets past one man. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, 60, 20. Wide, 80.
Play 56. 56.
Now they run. It's Mason. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
We've got plenty of weather here today. We've got some snow going on, and they've come out of a dome. And there have been 2 ways of getting ready for this. Some have said, don't worry about the weather. Just practice in your normal conditions and handle it on game day. And others have said, find some weather, find some conditions somewhere, and try and get ready. What do you think?
Well, whatever the preparation there, the snow causing the fumble. Following the fumble recovery, Savage. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Tight end right. Now let's go.
To throw again. Savage. Dumps it complete to Miller. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
Fuller brings it in over the middle. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Tim Carey now for Lamar Miller. Room to run inside the 40. And cuts out right sideline. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that 3rd touchdown.
And how about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
2 times. 52. 20.
A handoff left. It's Ryan Matthews. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. Check it, reload. Off. 20. 56 to reload. 56. Check 56.
On play action. Now Brady. And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
20.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Strong right. 20.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. Caught. Safarian-Jenkins right side. 23 yards on the play. And let's not take for granted, in these conditions, that's never an easy pass and catch.
You really got to find a way to drive the ball. You know, get your grip. You know, that's why we see some of the guys now, they'll put the gloves on when they throw the ball in this type of a condition. Sometimes the glove might make it too slippery. So you've got to figure out what's going to work for you. But how about the receivers? Looking back. And
he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Ryan Matthews with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are going to take the lead.
Nice touchdown, baby. Key word.
He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First down carry now for Miller. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Check three. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the gun, Savage. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Muhammad Wilkerson coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. So after the sack of Savage, the Texans with a 3rd and long forthcoming. From the gun, Savage. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Now rebounding right here. Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Offense still needing 10 yards, 2nd down.
Double tight. 55, 52. 3 down.
On the carry, this is McGuire. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Play 20, 52. Here we go. Go on. Let's go. Play 20. Play 23 to Mike. You got tight.
On 3rd down, that's McGuire. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
So that's a big one there. It's his 3rd field goal of the game, and a 2-score lead's got to feel pretty good right about now.
And while they're not free and clear yet, you're right. Now this defense can go out knowing that it's going to take more than one big play to catch them.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Now let's go.
To throw on second down is Savage. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've had good success. 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Savage. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact. Able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, pass the sticks, 1st down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Savage now to throw. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And some room to work. Lamar Miller. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. 5. And he nearly takes it the whole way. But he stopped at the 4-yard line.
All praises for a tremendous return, but how about the guys that never gave up on the play, refused to let him get into the end zone, and tracked him down before he got there and made the tackle? A lot of pride exhibited by guys on special teams.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
There's Savage now on 2nd. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. C.J. Fedorowicz from 6 yards away. And the Texans cut into that lead. So a tiptoe catch back of the end zone, so tough to do, but he made it look pretty easy.
Certainly did, and the back of the end zone is treated the same way as the sideline. You have to get your feet down in bounds for it to count as a catch. How about the backgrounds of some of these guys, though? Did they work out? Maybe some of them were ballet, some dance, who knows?
Yeah, you and I were talking the other day. I remember one of my favorite kids shows growing up. I don't know that I want to name it, but guys like Lynn Swan, they used to be on there showing their ballet skills.
And you have to remember when they were kids and their parents were telling them to take the ballet classes, you know they were fighting them like crazy. But right now they're saying, thanks, Mom.
Novak out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out come the Jets. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, guys, check me out,
Let's
We got 3 down.
go! 3
And they give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
I got you. Blue 20. Blue 20. Single. Sugar. Watch twist.
From the gun on third down, Brady. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. They're looking for a spark defensively. When he went for that ball, probably thought he had a chance at the pick. And remember, they had 2 last week in the win, obviously losing here.
Well, you talked about looking for a spark, and the best sparks are when you make big plays for your team, and he had that opportunity there. Couldn't haul it in, but that doesn't mean they're going to back off at all. They figure if they can get one of those takeaways, they can spark their team to a win.
It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Miller. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
All right, here we go.
Savage from the 50. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Here is Savage. He's got Fuller. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Texans on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Savage from the shotgun snap. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Marcus May with a pick. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard. And they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season.